So I always like to start from the main screen here. We're just going to go to gmail.com and we're going to sign into my test account. So first thing I went to is just gmail.com. I'm going to type in my email address as you would as well. And I'm going to put my password on the next screen. And here we go. We're getting jumped straight into the Gmail interface. So this will be the first screen that comes up as you log in. And we're going to go across the board here. I'm going to discuss everything that's inside G Suite and discuss some of the differences that you might be used to from Outlook. I can see there's a question. Let me just make sure. Yes, there is going to be a recording. Great question, Luke. Thank you so much for asking. One of the first things I did as I was joining late, and I apologize for that once again, was I clicked off record. So thank you so much. And I just confirmed it is recording. Perfect. Thanks. Great question. So what we're going to do today is I'm just going to walk you through the interface. We're going to go from the top left over here. I'm going to go all across the top here, and then we're going to go from the top left here all the way down to the bottom. So there's a few differences that you're going to have within G Suite that you are maybe not used to within Outlook. And I'm going to mainly focus on those and maybe discuss as well some new workflows that you might want to adopt within G Suite. One of the things you're going to find out here is that G Suite has something on top of it called AI, or artificial intelligence and machine learning, that's sort of built into G Suite. And where that helps you with your everyday tasks is it's able to understand the way you work. So as you start to use the tools a little bit more, it's going to start to look at things like, who do you respond to the most? If we're talking about documents, what type of documents do you normally type up? Or even when you're composing an email, what are some common phrases that you normally type inside those emails? And basically what it will do is it will make suggestions for you based on the way you work to help you skip some time. And I'm going to show you some of that as we work through this. But I just want to give you that as one of the great features of G Suite off the top. So as I mentioned before, we're going to start from the top left. We're going to move over to the top right, and then we'll go down from the left-hand side. First button we're going to see here is this main menu. It's a little hamburger button here. And all this is there to do is to really collapse this left-hand panel. So what you might be used to is these were normally called folders, and they're very similar in G Suite. They're called labels in G Suite, but they're very similar to what you'd expect for folders to do. But as you can see, they're taking up some of my screen here. So if I wanted to get some more real estate to be able to look at the mails, the subjects, the titles, and all that stuff of my emails a little bit more, I can just click on this main menu button here. And that's going to collapse down the folders or labels, right? So if I mouse over them, they'll come back. But if I just needed some more real estate to read, as you can see inside Gmail, you actually get some of what's actually in the email written out to you. If I want to maybe read some of that a little bit quicker, I can use this button here to collapse that left-hand side. So that's all that's used for. Next is pretty straightforward, just the Gmail button. So if I click that, it's just going to bring me back to the same page. Search mail. So this is going to be a big part of your new workflow within Gmail. Many of you must be used to sorting as opposed to and filtering as opposed to searching. Now, to be honest with you, that is coming back to Gmail. They are going to be integrating some sorting features in the next couple of months. But right now, your main go-to feature for being able to pull up mail and organizing mail is really going to be the search tool. So that might sound a little bit different or even weird to you at first. But I assure you, Google is a search company. So they have a really robust search tool, and you'll get pretty used to being able to find what you're looking for as you look through, using the search. So the first thing I'm going to do is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to click in the search button here, and I'm going to type in test, for instance. So that's going to look through all the messages inside my inbox and any other folders, and it's going to pull up those results. So as you can see, this email here has the word test within the actual message body. This one has it in the subject. And if I had anything where the person's name had the word test, that would have appeared as well. So pretty straightforward. I'm not going to talk too much about how you can use just typing in a word. When I actually click on the search button, it gives me some more results. And it even looks at if there's any attachments that have that word as well from an email. So I received an email with the word test document in it, and it was an attachment, and even that's coming up. But I wanted to show you a little bit more powerful, another powerful way of searching. So you can do things like to, right? Anything I sent to this person. I can do things like from, anything from this person. I can do subject. I can type in anything with this specific subject. I can also do has attachment. So any email that has an attachment associated to it. So there's a lot of different controls that I have just by typing in these different types of searches. Now, what's great is we don't expect you to memorize all those things. And that's kind of why I went so fast, right? You don't have to memorize to, from, subject, or anything like that. If you mouse over to the right-hand side in the search button, you do have this little drop-down menu. And this is where you get a lot more control and some more granular things you can search for. So I'm going to click on this drop-down here. We'll get a nice pop-up. And I can do the same things I kind of showed you, right? So from, to, subject, has the words, anything with those words. I can even exclude words. I can even restrict it to a specific date. So if it's only been received in the last 3 days, if I'm looking for specific email. And then once you get comfortable with folders, or again, they should be called labels. I'm just saying folders so you know what I'm talking about. You can restrict your searches to specific folders or labels as well. Now you might also notice that there's a create filter button here as well. So if I wanted to do something like every email from this specific person, I want it to automatically not go to my inbox, but just go to straight to one of my folders or labels, I can do that straight from the search as well. So as an example of doing that, I'm going to type in everything from this person here. And as I start to type their name, again, that machine learning, it's going to go through the directory of my company, of my contacts, excuse me, and it's going to start to give me this type ahead. I'm going to click on that and say everything from K Sutherland, I want it to do something. So I want it to skip the inbox maybe and stick it straight to one of my other folders. So I'm going to mouse over to create filter. And I'm going to choose the action I want that email to take. So anything from K Sutherland moving forward, I don't want it to go to my inbox. I actually want it to go straight to a specific label. So I'll apply the label, and I can choose some of the existing folders I have here on the left-hand side. As you can see, I have one that I've created myself called Financial, HR, HR2, etc. So I can select that I want those emails to automatically go to Financial. And then I already have emails in my inbox that are sent from this person, and I can actually ask that those are automatically taken into account and sent to that Financial label as well by checking this off. The minute I hit create filter, that'll be in effect. So any new emails that come in from this user will automatically skip my inbox and go straight to that folder. And you can see there's a whole bunch of other actions I could have. I can automatically have it deleted. I could have it marked as red, star it. And we're going to talk a bit more about starring and some of these other features a little bit later. But just know that they're all available to you within this create filter area. All right. So that's it for the search pretty much. Just know that you have all those options under the search drop down here. And that's going to be your main way of pulling up emails if you're looking for them.